We really need to start getting up on these podcasts, man. Twice a week.
Let's go. Wait till it says online. Who should we open?
I'm Kurt Arthur. I'm a contributor at MoviePilot.com. I write about a lot of superhero shit.
And I'm Jerry McKenzie, and right now I'm just running a political podcast, but pretty soon I will also be writing articles for MoviePilot.com. And today we're going to talk about who's the most badass characters in Suicide Squad. And you gotta admit, it looks pretty fucking sweet.
Well, Jerry and I actually made a bet. He thinks Suicide Squad will outgross Captain America Civil War at the theaters. And that's complete and utter bullshit. So, anywho, Jerry, what are you looking most forward to in this movie?
At first, it was Jared Leto's portrayal as the Joker. Yep. I just cannot wait. They looked like they really did a good job on the Joker.
It looks fucking insane.
But the more that I'm finding out about this character, Deadshot, and knowing that it's going to be played by Will Smith, none other,
Big Willie style.
And so apparently Deadshot is kind of like I believe he was in the military, and
Floyd Lawton, aka Floyd Lawton,
basically decided to become a vigilante.
No, he's an assassin. He's a hired killer.
Yep, a hired killer. Started off as a vigilante, or what? Either way, he's a hired killer. He likes to kill people.
He really
shoots
does.
People.
He
likes to run his mouth. He's got a
does.
huge mouth, a great personality, cocky, big mouth, and I think Will Smith is going to be perfect for the role.
Okay. You probably didn't see Assault on Arkham. It's this great animated movie that's basically could be a lot like this. It's about the Suicide Squad. Do you think there'd be a chance that Deadshot will fuck Harley Quinn in this movie? That's what happened in the animated feature. And if you watch the trailers, you can definitely see there's a bit of chemistry going on between the two.
I think they might.
It's not gonna be graphic,
but they're not gonna actually fuck in the movie.
You don't think so?
No, it's PG-13.
No, but just and
it'd be too long to put. But I think there might be some flirting and maybe Joker getting jealous.
Will Pitt, yes, that's.
But I don't think that he's gonna. I don't think they're actually gonna fuck.
So Will Smith is the person you want to see the most in this movie. Besides, everyone wants to see Jared Leto.
I mean, I want to see Joker too.
I mean, everyone. Everyone knows that.
It's hard to say who I want to see more.
I think Will Smith is gonna kill it.
I think he's gonna kill it, and I think the Joker is gonna be great.
The word on the street is that DC has already greenlit the sequel to this. They're that confident. Because let's just face it, I enjoyed Batman v Superman, but there was a lot of problems. There was just a shit ton of problems. It was still a great movie in action. I loved fucking Batman.
How much is Will Smith getting paid for this? Do you know?
I don't know, dude. That's a great question. I would say he's probably getting paid $10 million. I think Margot's getting paid like $5 million or something. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I'm more curious about Jared Leto. What's his paycheck gonna look like after he won the Oscar? Oh, what's your comments about Jared Leto, anal beads, and used condoms?
How he was sending them to the
Yeah, I think that's pretty fucked up. I don't think it's necessarily that good acting, but I think some people are. I don't know. I really don't even know what to think of it, to be honest. Has come to Will Smith, and it's just fucking weird.
Well, it sounds like he's really getting into the role.
Yeah, but he's popped in the scene in 92 and around 94, I think, in Batman. Or if they push her out of the thing in the backhand. I don't really know. You can't tell. But, anywho, this is the other question. Who do you think is going to be the main villain of the movie is?
It looks like Will Smith's about to make $30 million.
There's no way he's going to make $30 million. Let me see.
It hasn't been announced yet. He made $30 million.
Dude, I don't think he's going to be making 30. I think he's going to be the highest paid.
He's definitely going to be the highest paid. Anyway, so back to Harley Quinn. You think
Harley Quinn's I'm most looking forward to it. She looks freaking stunning in every sense of the word.
Yeah, she looks super hot. But what we were talking about earlier is, I guess she's got a skin condition because Joker threw her an acid.
No, it's not a skin condition. It's just how she is.
She's all pale and shit now.
Yeah, because what happens is when Batman was chasing the Red Hood in almost every origin story, and he fell in a vat of chemicals at Ace Chemicals. And who knows if this is what changed him to make him go mentally insane or unstable, or if the Joker was already that way and this was his last straw. And that, I mean, it's a fascinating story. I don't want to know Joker's true origin story. I never want to know who
But either
Joker
way,
really is.
so her skin is fucked up from the acid, though. So, people are saying she doesn't look hot in this movie. I think she looks smoking hot.
Dude.
Maybe in real life, her skin's all gross and it's bleached or something, and she looks funny in real life, but the way the film makes her look, she looks smoking.
What do you mean by
hot.
real life? Like shooting it?
If it was real life.
Oh, if it was real life, probably gross.
Like,
yeah, all right.
But even in real life, if somebody got their skin bleached on camera, it could look normal.
I think if Margot Robbie in real life, she's
she is smoking hot.
She definitely nails the part.
She is smoking hot.
Oh, this is another thing I want to bring up. I mean, I don't know necessarily how big of a deal it is, but I write for Movie Pilot, so I mean, I write about all this shit. And people are a lot pissed off because in the animated series, Harley chose to become Harley Quinn, Dr. Harleen Quinzel. But look, in the New 52 and in this movie, the Joker turns her into Harley Quinn. Do you have any beef with that? You think
what do you mean
her
she
choice?
chose?
She chose to quit her life as a psychiatrist. She chose to go after the Joker. And this, when the Joker pushed in the chemicals, he made that choice for her and it took away her freedom. Does that make her less of a character, or does it even matter to you?
So she needed a little bit of a push.
No, Joker fucking...
She was normal till he made her into a freak.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how normal. You have to see it.
Then she embraced it.
And so that almost do prove the theory that the vat of chemicals do chemically mess up your brain. I'm not sure.
Well, no, just the fact that you look different and you know what I mean, than you used to. You just embrace it after as well. She could have been on the edge of embracing it. She could have been having fun with the Joker, but not taking it far enough.
There's already behind the scenes things like the Joker is shown bitch smacking him, and they're chasing each other. She's chasing him on a motorcycle, and I'm pretty sure it's all her origin story. Anywho, that doesn't matter. I still want to see Captain America: Civil War more, and I know you're not the biggest fan of it for some reason.
I think those movies are played out.
How is it played out? That it's like the most. I love how comprehensive of a film universe it is, and every movie is just all amazing, and they're all leading up to this. In a couple of years, we get Avengers: Infinity War, and it's just I love Captain America.
Anyway, so what do you think about Katana?
Oh, completely badass.
Is that how you pronounce her name?
Katana. Anywho. She is completely and utterly...
She's a girl, obviously, guys. The picture's kind of hard to tell. He thinks she's hot as hell. I can't really
dude,
tell.
Okay,
Let's see if there's a better picture of her.
In Arrow Season 3, she was introduced right here. In Arrow Season 3, she was introduced... I can't remember it. It was just that her son died, and she was an utterly badass ninja that could take on Nisa Al Ghul. I mean, her sword skills off the chain...
Yeah.
And I enjoy her. I love a woman with a sword, I guess.
And her sword does have special powers. We're not sure which one she's gonna have in this movie, but her sword does have powers where she can either some of the people she kills with it, she traps their souls in the sword, and she can either reanimate those people as slaves. Possibly, we don't know. There's lots of different versions, or maybe just makes her more powerful or whatever, but her sword is magic. She does have some magic with her sword. So that's Katana.
And she's supposed to be the bodyguard to freaking douchebag Rick Flag. I remember him in Smallville.
Yeah, she is not evil like the rest of the cast. She's actually there to stop the other people from killing.
What I think that Rick Flag saved her life, and that she feels like she owes him a debt. I mean, I don't know, that sounds stereotypical, but at the same time, who gives a shit?
Anyways, for the people that don't know, Rick Flag is the guy that's there to watch over Suicide Squad while they go on their missions.
Pointed by Amanda Waller.
She's there to stop Suicide Squad from killing them. So...
Yeah, so I'm curious how to play out.
She must owe him in some way.
Yeah,
I could see how she could be hot, but it's hard to tell in these type of videos.
She just looks badass. Let's try to keep that. She just looks extremely badass. I'm digging everything about it.
Yeah, she does look incredibly badass. Who else we got? We got El Diablo.
Do you think he's gonna die? He's supposed to be the conscience of the team, and every time one of those good people in these type of movies, they usually die.
Right.
It's just how it is. The good people usually die. It's the most emotional impact for the audience.
He does look like a straight gangster.
But he's supposed to be the good guy. So
Yep.
he does look awesome. I mean, just
They could go with a different variants of the guy too. There's different ones, but one
it's Chato
one
Santana.
one of the people that this guy is in some of the comics is he is a good guy. He was fighting evil or whatever, and he accidentally or
Not on
unintended
purpose,
consequence killed some innocent people, so he turned himself in. So maybe that's who that's going to be in this movie, is a guy that got some powers and turned himself in. Oh yeah, and let's talk about his powers.
And it's this is good. And if you look at the trailer, it does seem like he's scared of his own power. Remember how it just seems like he's scared of his own power.
That's a good observation. I did not notice that. So the powers he has is he can control fire with his hands. It looks like he can almost throw it at people.
Yeah, it looks like he can just out of thin air. He can
create fire, and he can throw it in front of him. He can burn people. Will he be an undead in this movie?
Oh, that's another question.
Know. He's been undead in some of the comic books where he plays.
That's just lame. I don't think they're going to.
I don't think he's going to be undead. I think that he's going to have some special Indian demonic powers.
Yep. Possessed by a spirit. I'm not really that big into these the supernatural mystical. I mean, I just don't care about the details.
I don't like the
much.
undead.
No.
I think they should keep undead out of comics.
Okay, now do you think you said you like the aesthetics to Killer Croc?
Yeah, let's go take a look at him. Where's he at? Killer Croc. Yeah, I think he looks like a badass.
He looks mean. So you don't think he needs to be 7 foot tall or anything? You think? Because the actor playing him is 6'2". Yeah, the actor's playing him.
No, I do agree. I do agree. The actor playing him should be about 6'7".
They should have added.
He should be a beast. But 6'2", 230 is not small.
No,
but
that's linebacker.
He should be a beast. He should be taller.
Some people saying, I mean, because you gotta realize Waylon Jones is his real name. The older he gets, the more deformed he gets. So this could be an earlier edition.
If you look at some of the other, the other
renditions of him,
yeah, he's a beast in some of the other ones. In the movie, he's not so big. He's played by a real guy. Let's talk about what he is, where he comes from.
No, he's in the sewers. I mean, there's a whole bunch of mythology. He's just with Gotham. The thing. This is what I want to bring up. I'm glad you said this. Batman supposedly has taken out all.
Yeah, because Killer Croc has a low IQ.
Yeah.
So but he's, as far as strength, there's no way. But yeah, he does have a low IQ.
No, Batman uses gadgets. It's just Batman's known as putting. Okay, let me say. Okay, Batman has the biggest thing that I want to see the most. Deadshot versus Batman.
Yeah, definitely.
Will Smith is a shit.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, if anybody was to lock up Deadshot, and obviously he was locked up at a time,
yeah, that's how they all were. They all were.
Okay. So, anyways, back to Killer Croc.
We're done with Killer Croc.
No, we gotta at least explain who he is.
He's Waylon Jones.
People don't know who he is.
He's a cannibal. He has a skin condition. And
so
he's superhumanly strong. We should point that out.
He was born with a freak skin condition. He was raised by horrible parents and an abusive aunt, and he just looked like a freak his whole life. So he's basically an outcast.
Yeah.
And
you can see how
he's strong as hell. He's probably on steroids or some type of experimental drugs to make him super strong.
Yep.
So he's basically just an outcast criminal. Oh, another really interesting thing about him is in some of the Gotham universes, he is a mobster. He takes over the Gotham mob scene
after he takes out Falcone and Maroni.
So that's that gives you a little bit of insight into his head, the type of person he is. He wants to be a mobster. He's a criminal.
I don't think he's smart enough.
But he has a low IQ. He does have a low IQ.
All right, I am a huge comic book fan. I've been reading comic books like a bender. I've been drinking for a week straight, but it's not comic books. I just read Jeff Johns' The Amazing Earth 1, Batman Earth 1, and Killer Croc was actually a good guy in it. Can you believe that? He wasn't a cannibal. Batman thought he was a guy doing all this bad stuff, and it turns out that he's just trying to get away from everybody. He was in a circus by a mean, Yep. And it was. I love how they changed that story, and I love how kind Batman was. The Earth 1 story is a lot different from the Batman we're used to.
Well, they did say that he was working for a carnival for a while before he decided there's more money in crime, and then just went off the deep end. Okay, so we've talked about Killer Croc. Have we talked about Harley Quinn yet?
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, we did talk about how hot she is.
And we talked about how she's a psychiatrist at Arkham, and Joker was one of her patients. Joker made her go crazy, dumped her into that damn vat of chemicals, and then and it looks like when Batman's diving to save her, that's probably the time she got locked up. In the comics, Batman and Harley have a tumultuous, or whatever. They have a crazy relationship. I don't think they're gonna get anything on. I'm sorry, for some odd reason, I'm curious about who's going to sleep with who in this movie, or who's going to try to be attracted to who.
Right. I don't think they'll do much sex, but I think
she's
obviously going to be sleeping with Joker, but I don't think she's going to be sleeping with anybody else. Maybe flirting. Maybe flirting.
This comes to a perfect question right now. Because who cares about Slipknot and Captain Boomerang? I mean,
let's just do a quick couple minutes on them, just so they know. Just so they know who they are.
I don't know shit. Slipknot's good with ropes.
I can tell them who they are.
Boomerang can freaking. Do you know Boomerang's real name?
I do not.
Digger Harkness. It's Digger Harkness.
We went over LG.
He was awesome in Arrow. Back with the first crossover.
So here's Captain Boomerang. I think he's the dumbest character out of the whole.
He's meant to be the dumbest character.
He's an idiot.
Do you know what country he's from?
I think he's Australia.
He's an Aussie.
Obviously, he throws a fucking boomerang at.
Obviously.
He grew up throwing boomerangs at kangaroos. Now he wants to be a crime fighter.
I think he could actually be one of the
Yeah, he's supposed to be a comedic relief. Or at least he's been so in the comics.
If you haven't watched Batman Assault on Arkham on the DC animated universe, watch it. It is, but it's not. Don't watch it if you have with your kids. It's a tad inappropriate. It really is, Gerald. And then, let's talk about Slipknot. I don't know.
Let's just agree that he's the worst character, Captain Boomerang.
No, I think he's gonna be funny.
You think Slipknot's the worst character?
Yeah, dude. In the trailer, he looks like Amanda Waller. Yeah, Amanda Waller says anyone gets out of line. I don't know if this is gonna be a red herring to trick us, but. If you watched the Assault on Arkham, Amanda Waller straight up kills somebody right at the beginning to show that she ain't fucking around.
Right, and you think that's going to be Slipknot?
I think it's going to be Slipknot.
And you're talking about...
I don't know, you think it's going to be a bomb or could it be a virus implant?
And you're talking about...
What? Amanda Waller?
Who's Amanda Waller in the movie?
She's Viola Davis. She's the head of Argus.
Okay, you think that's who kills him?
Yeah, she runs Argus. She's the one talking to, in the room she's standing, the black lady.
Yep.
She is absolutely amazing. They nailed the casting of Viola Davis.
And who is the lady that's got the
Enchantress?
Enchant. Yep.
God, dude, I feel like a perv because I see these women and they are just so gorgeous. Like. The funny thing about Cara Delevingne is she said that a lot of these women's costumes are impractical. Do you see what she's wearing?
We are about to. There she goes.
Look at her right there. She is gorgeous. She is an ex-model.
You think that's gorgeous?
Just look at her, dude.
Let's let it low.
Look at her body.
Enchantress.
Look at her body.
Okay, she's got a smoking body, but her face looks crazy.
Yeah, but it's just makeup. That's how she's supposed to look. She's supposed to be possessed by a demon. I still think I have a thing for you know who Bellatrix Lestrange is?
I do not.
Harry Potter? Alright, never mind.
Anyway, so you think she's going to be the person that Suicide Squad is chasing throughout the movie?
I think so. I don't want it to be her. I don't mind. I much rather, because Joker's talking to Common, and I forgot who they said Common is. It's not Tattooed Man. And it looks like Joker. I'd rather have the Joker trying to release teaming up with the Enchantress to release some deadly toxin. I think that's just to be so badass. Had the Joker be the main villain along with the Enchantress.
But you don't think Enchantress is going to be part of Suicide Squad or maybe a double agent possibly?
No.
Because in this picture she's with the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's just a cast photo,
Yeah, I understand.
I don't see her being part of the Suicide Squad.
So you believe
I think she's too unstable. I think they're trying to hunt her.
Okay, so you want to go over who we think the most badass is then?
But they did also say you're a witch. Yeah, go ahead. Who do you think? Who's your top two badasses?
Right here.
So you say Deadshot?
Deadshot's number one.
He is. He is mine too.
And my number two is, we're not going to include the Joker. My number two is a toss-up. Well, no, I'm going to say my number two is right here. Harley Quinn. She is smoking fucking hot.
How does that make her badass, though?
I just like her personality from what I've seen of the trailer. You know, when she's
You love how
bending over,
you don't.
her
You
ass is
don't
poking out, she breaks the
yeah,
window
but
and
you don't
steals the
know.
purse.
What I love about
like
her is
that
that
about
you don't
her.
know if she's gonna kiss you, laugh, or straight up slit your throat.
But
That-
you know the sex would be good.
We gotta stop talking acting so pervy right now.
I'm just
Jerry.
saying, you know, the crazier the girls, the better the sex. And
We really
but
need to stop acting
Crocman
pervy.
Crocman is a badass motherfucker. I really like Crocman. Who's your list of your top 3? Who do you think are the
First
top
of all,
3?
I really want to see Batman battle freaking Killer Croc. I want to see Batman put the smackdown on him. Because if you've seen the last one, Batman versus Robin, they had such a dope ass battle with Croc, and it's just it's really should show you how truly remarkable Batman is.
Yeah.
I want this DCU. I'm excited to see the 3 main heroes. I'm excited to see. I want to see Batman actually be the truest form of Batman.
Okay.
I love the Flash. Oh my God, the Flash is so
But
amazing.
he's not going to be part of Suicide Squad movie.
No, I'm just telling you my 3 heroes, and I
Okay.
want to see Aquaman. My 3 biggest badasses on Suicide Squad is Deadshot, Katana, and oh, dude, it has to be Harley, dude. Do you see her with her mallet? Have you seen a picture
okay.
of her mallet?
Let me go. Yep, because there's Deadshot, Harley, and then this is Katana. That's who
Dude,
he
she is
also likes.
so badass.
He thinks this is the second
Yeah,
best
she is-
character in it. She is a badass.
Like, if you saw Arrow, dude, she is unbelievable. She can just wield that sword, man.
Well, one of the reasons I just don't kind of like the idea of somebody with a sword being able to fight people with guns.
No, but you
Like,
didn't
how
see
could
that.
she
It's a creature.
protect? But you know, she does have super. We'll see what
This is
superpower
the thing.
she has.
That's why I think she owes Rick Flag her life. Rick Flag's
Right.
the guy that was, sacrificed himself to try to
Right.
save her.
But how could she protect Rick Flag from Deadshot with a sword? I just don't. But who knows? Maybe she's got some superpowers.
She's quicker and smart,
We're
and
gonna
she's
find.
scrappy. She doesn't
But
have
he
superpowers.
can shoot him from a mile away.
No, all she's gonna do, yeah.
You know.
But
So we'll
there's
see.
the thing: if he shoots any one of them, Waller blows his fucking head off or release a virus.
That's right.
Because it looks like, because when they inject them, I don't know how that bomb will work. Is it going to be straight in the heart, and does it stop the heart? I'm curious to see how
He's
that
talking
works.
about the new trailer. They show him getting injected in the neck.
Because most of the time they implant a bomb. Like if you watch Arrow or even the animated versions, they implant a little bomb on their brainstem, and if they fuck up, boom. All right, so we just want action. See, okay, about a couple weeks ago, there was reports on the set of the reshoots, and people were thinking that it was because it wasn't funny enough. Batman v Superman had no humor in it, so Warner Brothers, everyone's saying, oh, they're reshooting for humor. I don't think so. David Ayers, the director, came out and said that, dude, Warner Brothers asked if I want to do more action. I'm gonna say yes. You think that's true? You think it's the reshooting for humor?
For Batman vs Superman? The
No.
R-rated version, or for
No, for Suicide Squad. David Ayers, the director of Suicide Squad, and they just gone through reshoots, and everyone's saying it's to lighten the movie up because Batman v Superman was too much of a downer, and they wanted this to be more humor. And David Ayers said they did it for more action shots. They did it because.
Well, I think the guy that's producing it would know.
He's directing that. The producers
I think the guy directing it would know why they're reshooting it.
At the same time, you have to take it for a grain of salt because he's not going to come out and say they're doing it for humor.
If you don't.
He's not going to do it just for the humor. He's not going to come out. Warner Brothers. He's not going to say and doing that. I don't care. I just want the movie to deliver. I think Captain America: Civil War is going to be the epitome of what a superhero blockbuster should be. I want this to be dark. I want this to be zany. I want this to be funny and action-packed. I want it to be nothing like a Marvel movie. You've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Even James Gunn, the director, put a slam on this, trying to say they're trying to copy it, and I don't see that.
Suicide Squad's trying to
copy Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah, because they're zaning criminals and their marketing strategy. That's
nothing. They're not even close to the same concept.
Similar. No, it's somewhat similar. But you're right.
No, I don't see it. Suicide Squad.
Think about this.
Very much the
Guardians
most
of the Galaxy. Where did they all meet at? In a prison. What is it about? They broke out of the prison and hunt down a bad guy. I can understand kind of, but like you said, I don't think it's gonna be that. Besides those similarities, it shouldn't be anything else like that. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the Joker.
Okay, yeah. The Joker. What is the Joker going to do in this movie?
Yeah.
Is he going to cut his face off
In the New 52
and
version,
reattach it.
yeah, in the New 52 version,
And will they show it?
not necessarily show it, but just, I think that's be the best way to end this movie. I don't, because right now Ben Affleck actually reported that they want to do Death of the Family and Endgame maybe for the next standalone Batman movie. You can't really do that. It has to be either one or another. But I don't think he's gonna cut off his face just because it doesn't look well on the cinema or in the movies. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It just looks too batshit crazy to
Yeah.
actually do.
Yeah.
But you have to read Scott Snyder's run on the New 52 Batman. It is out of this world. I just finished Endgame. Endgame is perfectly right for a cinematic adaptation, Jerry.
So, what do you think about his tattoos?
I love them all except one.
And which one is that?
I just don't like the damage on his forehead. I think
Let's
it's
see
like
if we can get a better picture of the tattoos.
it's just I just don't like the damage. I just really don't. I think it's just a tad too much. You can tell how effed up he is already that you don't really need to put the damage on his forehead. His freaking face off in the New 52. Oh, this is the question I wanted to ask you.
What's that?
Should the Joker, if you read the New 52, it really seems like the Joker is in love with Batman in more than just envious type way. Like he calls him honey, he calls him babes, he has nicknames for him. Do you think should the Joker be in love with Batman in the new DCU?
Fuck no, the Joker's
I think he
not
should.
gay.
I think he should be in love with Batman.
And him calling him honey, that's just like what people say.
You have to read it. No, you have to read it. If you haven't read the Death of the Family, not Death in the Family, Death of the Family, because there's two different ones. In 1988, DC chose to kill off Jason Todd. We did, but I think they were gonna do it anyways. And Joker killed him. It's a long story. Check out Under the Red Hood.